Hey guys, so I'm back with some little design tips. You'll see I have the album open to this page where it's a pocket, sorry, not a pocket, it's a sort of vertical gatefold, and it's got this little tab, and you can see that the bottom sheet is kind of tucking under to keep it closed. So I want to show you how to do that. So I've picked some embellishments that I like. First thing you need to do is cut yourself a piece of cardstock. And my piece is measuring 4 by 2 3/4 inches, and that's just about the right size for where I'm putting this. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and close this side because we're working over on this one and doing the same thing. Okay, so I've got my piece here, and all I did really was just choose some cute embellishments, things that I liked. I'm just going to stack those on there, and then I'll show you how we attach the card itself, so that it creates a closure without having to use a magnet. Okay, so let's just put this together real quick. Okay, and all I'm doing is I'm kind of repeating a little bit of the pattern of how I stacked things from the other side. You can do whatever you like. You can make it completely different. I just thought I would have a little bit of continuity from that angle as well. So I'm just kind of doing the mirror image of what's on the other side. So let's get that stuck down, and our word. And you don't have to stack it up with embellishments. You can leave it plain, whatever you like. What matters is that you create a little card of this size, and it will be used as the closure here. So I want to position this so that it is high enough that it's easy for this piece to tuck underneath without really disrupting the entire piece. So I'm going to stick this down so that it overlaps. So here's the bottom flap. I want this card to overlap on the bottom flap by, let's say about 1 inch, okay? So that's going to be my placement. So flip this over and put glue just on the top portion. Okay, and you can come down about halfway. Don't come down too far, okay? Because you want it to have some give and some lift. And then I'm just going to center this over so my bottom flap is on top here like this. I'm going to center this over and overlap about 1 inch. So I'm just double checking. That looks good. Okay, just hold that down for a couple of seconds. And there you go. That is the closure flap that requires no magnets and is cute and interactive. Okay, one other design tip I want to show you right now is creating a stack. So you might be totally fine doing this, but I just want to show you. I made this little stack here to kind of embellish the gatefold on this waterfall section. And I just wanted to kind of share my process and my thinking with you. So you'll notice I have a few elements, and I just kind of, so in this case, it's a vertical closure. I need to make one now for this side. This kind of, I just want to show you something. It looks like it's collapsing. Once you fill this up with photos and it gets thicker, it will stand up a little better, but just wanted to show you that. So I pulled out some elements, and all I want to do is kind of layer them up and have them sit here all layered up on top of this, and it's super easy. So like, just choose elements that you like that match or whatever, and just start layering them together. So I always like these little tabs, so I'm going to put that on the side here, and I'm kind of copying this. You'll notice this side's a little bit different, so it's a layer image. It's kind of going to be a mirror image, but it'll be stuck on this panel instead of on the right hand panel, so it'll open up the other way. So usually what I do is I'll stick down an element like this that I know I'm going to end up tucking things under. I will just kind of tack it down in a spot that will give me the ability to kind of tuck things underneath. So that's what I'm going to start doing, is just start tucking. And then you don't need a ton of glue, okay? Like literally a couple of dots just to hold it in place. And then you can just, once you're finished, you can totally stick down your last layer. This sort of reel I can glue down once I'm done tucking pieces in. And you'll notice I'm only kind of putting glue on the bottom bit, so I can keep tucking pieces in and sort of checking where it's at. I like this little circle piece, so I'm going to use it for the middle here. So there's not much to it, just pick some pieces and just start layering them in with the band in and you'll soon have a cute little stack that looks like this. So I think that's good. I'm going to stick this in here. Oh, see, I can move this around, and that's what you want to be able to do. Let's just pop this ticket in there like that. So I'm happy with that. So now I can glue this piece down, hold it all together. You can glue all the pieces down, just kind of tuck underneath, and you can leave some loose. So I kind of like the look of where they're not fully attached. Okay, and then this is going to just sit here as kind of an opening flap. So I'm putting glue on the left-hand side only. Okay, and we'll just attach that here. Okay, so we're continuing kind of with this symmetry in the book. Different style, different embellishments, but same idea on both sides. Okay, so there's that. And one last thing I want to show you is on the front. I think I shared this before. You can pretty much do this on any page where you just get a piece of whatever. This is a tag. You can cut out your own shape and then only glue down the two sides so that you can tuck things underneath. So this can become a really nice place to put a large photo mat, what have you. Okay, so that's one idea. The other thing I want to show you is when you put down these types of embellishments where they're kind of covering the page, you want to leave them loose so that if I want to fit a photo under here, and let's just say it's going to take up, more of, it's going to need to kind of take up some of this space, I want to be able to just tuck my photo underneath. So that's just another design tip for you as you're working through the album and making sure that you've got things so that once you put the photos in, you're totally okay. You'll notice I don't have photo mats down. That's because people can decide what they're going to put in here. I'm keeping this album, so I don't know what I'm putting in yet, and I don't know how big the pictures will be, so I did not want to start putting down photo mats. But, they'll look like this, so you can get the idea of, what this will end up with once the photos are in. Okay, so last thing I want to show you actually is how I'm going to decorate the cover of the album. So I've gone ahead and actually made a little cluster, and this is very similar to what I just showed you of how to put a cluster together. I've got a bunch of layers, and I think it's going to look perfect, like right here. And so I'm going to, before I stick that down though, there's a couple of other things I wanted to do. I found this little tab, and I thought that looks cute, so I'm going to put that up, I'm going to stick that up here. And then the other thing I kind of like is I'm going to maybe move these over a little bit because there's a lot of color here. And so I don't need to have this all showing. So I'm going to cover it up. I like this sort of writing, but I want to bring in some more color. And I thought, oh, I have some rub-ons from this kit. So I'm going to go ahead and put some rub-ons along here. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this pink one and then maybe some of the yellow stitching. So I'm just going to cut those out. And I just wanted to show this to you before kind of we're finished off the album completely. Okay, so these rub-ons are excellent, but once you actually put them down, you can't really move them again. So make sure you like the positioning. I'm putting this down before I stick this because I want to sort of, let's see, I'm going to probably overlap a little bit, right? So I've got that here. Okay, and I think I'm going to go with some of this thread, and I love the way the stitching sort of looks. So I'm just going to cut out some of the stitching from here. Oh boy. I might maybe use these as well. I'll just set that aside. But I think I'll use the pink ones. So I actually, I'm going to use some of the stars. Let me just cut out some of these stars here. Now I cut out a piece sort of like this, but I want to scatter them a little. So I'm going to cut through and make kind of different sets so you can scatter your stars a little bit. Okay, down here, and maybe we'll probably put one here, but we're going to see now where our thread is going. So of course, I'm just going to cut out this one here, and we can just lay it down and then keep going, seeing how things look. So I would like maybe some thread along here, and you can overlap the rub-ons. So maybe I'm going to just move the stars out of the way until I sort out where I'm putting my stitching. And I think I'll take another little piece. Maybe sort of run that along here. Okay, so I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on here. Okay, and when I peel off, I just usually lift up a corner and see, is it all stuck down or not? And I can go back in and just peel it. Oh. There we go. All right, love that. Now I can go in with my stars and just sort of scatter them down here. So I just wanted my stars to kind of look random, which they do. Okay, and this is great. This looks like you've done a bunch of mixed media, but you haven't. Okay, just lift up a corner. One little bit here. I think that's enough. We don't have to do them all the way down. There we go. Okay, and then I think I'm going to pop this up. So I'm going to get some of my foam tape, and I'm going to pop that up. So I'm just going to glue this on up here. Actually, guys, I'm not going to pop it up because it's the chipboard and it's already kind of textured, and I don't want it to end up getting unstuck because there are pieces that are not attached. I don't know how to explain this, but I'm going to just put it down flat. I think it's got plenty of texture, so we don't need to pop it up. Okay, so make sure you got a good amount of glue on there, and then just sort of place it. Make sure your best times is straight. there we go. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this album. This is the final finished product. I know I've walked through it a few times in a few separate places. This is the final walkthrough with all my decor pieces in here. So we just did up the front cover together. I'm just going to go through one side because I think you've seen plenty of this now. So I'm just going to, let's go over this side. So we've got our little pocket, not a pocket, but our little tab here to stick photos in. Then we open up. And this opens a few ways to add photos. So big that I can't even fit it in the frame. I'm telling you, this is a great album. Then we open this way, and we've just got lots of space here for layouts, etc. Okay, then this flap opens up. And then we can open this way. We also, sorry, I'm just trying to see where the pocket is. But anyway, here's this little section with some more photos, and then our waterfall in the center here with all of our flips. And I found it, we have here a pocket page, which I didn't actually use yet for anything, but you'll be able to store lots of photos in there. And then finally, this back section, which opens up with this belly band, and you can tuck in lots of pictures in here and maybe save this kind of spot for some secret journaling or little notes you want to write. And then the other side, of course, does the same thing. So just sort of to give you the center view of it. But that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. I love doing this. I do it for free because it's just my hobby. And if you liked it, please put a like on it. And leave me any comments. I read everything. I love hearing from you guys. And if you have suggestions of things you want to see me do, please let me know, because I'm always looking for new ideas of things to create. But the next little bit, I'll be focusing on some Halloween and fall stuff. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, guys. Bye now.